And I think what's difficult for people to understand in the SBA world is that there's different lenders that want to do different things. And some of them love FedEx. Some of them hate them. Some of them are kind of on the fence, and they've got to really have a super strong, buyer, or, they want to look for something key in that one deal. So it ended up being that your offer worked, and, you probably would do it the same way again if you saw something that made sense. So,
yeah.
Okay. So then you got your offer accepted. Then what'd you do?
I started doing my due diligence, getting the trucks inspected, looking at more financials. And I actually had another lender before your lender. And they put me through the ringer. This is not a lender that I chose. It's a lender that the broker chose. And the loan officer was a really good guy, actually, and it wasn't his money, so he's not the one that declined it. But I think it was like 3 or 4 months. I really felt, and I'm used to doing loans because I'm a loan officer myself.
Yeah.
And usually, between 3 to 6 weeks, we can get them closed. So I know this is, a different animal, but it was really feeling like, oh wow, this isn't probably. It feels like it might not happen. I was really having a lot of doubt. And then they ended up declining it because the reasons they gave me was, the first one was that I have no experience as a FedEx manager, but they knew that on day one.
Yeah.
And then the other thing was they didn't think that it made enough money to cover the debt service, but that's not true. It's just not.
Maybe you just didn't fit perfectly into that box, and that happens from time to time, but you didn't give up. We were able to work through and see, if I recall correctly, I think we were fine. I think you actually put in a little bit more than what we would normally see. A lot of times people are just doing 10%. And I think you did like 14, 15.
Yeah, I think it was 15%. And
okay.
And my conspiracy theory about why the lender pulled the rug out from under me was that at that time, that's when the rates started going up. So maybe they just got a little spooked.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're seeing it big time right now. And it's been 6 months or something since you did it, maybe longer. We're seeing right now a lot of lenders are really pulling back on business acquisitions. And I think what's happening is a lot of them got into the industry maybe 3 years ago, where normally they would just do commercial real estate, or maybe they just do little equipment loans.
I see.
They started getting into business acquisition, but rates were low for such a long time. And then also the government was giving a higher guarantee on the loan during COVID. So a lot of lenders that normally wouldn't do business acquisitions got into it. And then we had the rates all go up. So you almost doubled their interest rate. So these businesses that, it worked at that point, but maybe just barely.
Yeah.
Once you go and double the rate, now they're all having trouble. So now all those lenders that said, oops, like we shouldn't have got into this, they're all pulling back. And it's been pretty wild to see just all these lenders calling me, just dumping stuff in our lap, because they know that's what I've always done. And so in a way it was kind of nice, because it was a little frustrating for kind of the old lenders that have been doing business acquisitions forever, and you get a little frustrated because I'm like, who's this lender, like what are they doing coming in, and now they're kind of starting to get out again. So it'll probably settle down and go back to kind of the normal 4 or 5 lenders that do it. We'll be able to focus on it. So
you guys were really smooth. Well, and thanks. I was even asking the broker, why don't we go to these guys first? You would have saved me a lot of gray hair.
Yeah.
Because you guys did it I felt like maybe a month and a half.
Yeah.
It was really felt very smooth.